You want to say it?
No.
Nice. All right, I'm going to say it. Yeah, we just released the album Rub My Mind, and we recorded it at Rancho de la Luna, which is a studio out in Joshua Tree Desert, California. And it's home to Dave Catching, who is in Eagles of Death Metal. And the studio was one of the catapult places for the desert rock scene, like Caius and Queens of the Stone Age and Eagles of Death Metal all came out of. And it was a huge honor to be invited to record there, because you can only go there if you're invited. And the album Rub My Mind was recorded in 2 days, right before Iggy Pop came in for post-pop depression with Josh Homme. So, and now it's out. Yeah. Jay worked with us on our previous album too for Desperate, and both these albums are from the releases from Motörhead Music, that is the label, the birthplace of, you know, Motörhead Music. And Let Me Kill Myself signed us to his label, Motörhead Music, and one of the things was that we should go and record with Jay Baumgartner, because Lemmy had done recordings before at NRG, his studio. And so Jay got us straight away. He understood what we were doing and what we were going for, and he's a great artist. And we were very lucky to have worked with Jay for these past 2 albums.
What went through our head was finally someone who gets it. Our fans, our people that come to see us, Tree Generation, they get it. But we were being looked at by like over 12 record companies at that time. And they were all wanting to sign us, but they all wanted to change us. They all wanted to change something. And we were constantly talking with them and figuring out maybe we should do it, because, you know, it's being tough being a DIY band. But when Lemmy saw us, and the first thing he said, "You want to be in Motörhead Music?" We said yes, and then he said, "Don't change anything. You're perfect. You're the new generation. Just stay the way you are." We're like, "Yeah, you get it. Of course Lemmy gets it, because he is rock and roll." So that was a huge honor, but for him to approve you that way is a big, to all those people that keep telling you how to change. We do it music for us, and if people like it, then we share it.
The tour went really well. We do really good in Europe, and in Europe it's very open to alternative music. So lots of crazy stories. There's too many for us to say right now, but there, you know, we played some new places like Denmark, and we played a lot of shows in Italy, and all this. Just, it was non-stop, but we went from Europe to Warped Tour in, you know, just 2 days. And on the way up to Warped Tour, our bus broke down, and the engine blew. So it's been a hectic couple of days trying to get back on our feet and do Warped Tour, but thankfully our fans came in and gave us hope and donated a lot of help towards us, and have really helped the process a lot.
I think the most important thing going to Warped Tour was we finally get to play to the youth, you know, because all our shows are over 21, most club dates, apart from the whiskey shows we play. So it'll be the first time that, you know, a lot of teenagers can actually come see us. I mean, we're getting a lot of them that finally been waiting years, some of them years. That's the good part.
throughout the years, we've heard a lot of these stories from our fans, and one of our very first fans, her name was Victoria from Greece. From the very beginning, before we even played a song, a show, she had discovered us, and she came from a very broken home, but she found solace in our music and in everything we stood for, and gave her hope. And that has continued throughout the years with a lot of our fans, but just recently a younger girl came to us at one of the first Warped Tour shows, and she had come to Warped Tour just to see us, and after watching us live, all those thoughts of suicide and ending her life, had left her, and she found new hope in the world and in what she wanted to do with her life and help other people. And that's the beauty about music, and that's the beauty about seeing a live show and being open to receiving the energy that comes from a live show like that, because it can change your life, it can inspire you, and that's what it's all about. That's why we do music, is for us to express ourselves and for the audience to feel something emotionally too.
I think for me, I'm just saying my personal opinion, was playing the Whiskey a Go-Go the first time, because I played CBGBs a lot. I came from Greece just to be able to play CBGBs in New York, and that was closed, and we kind of started this band because we loved the first wave of club. But the only other club left was Whiskey and 100 Club in London, and now we play the Whiskey and 100 Club in London. So really there's no other club left out there that has that type of prestige. But that's probably been the most exciting thing for me. And of course, playing in 25 countries, over 800 shows in 7 years. It's a lot of freaking shows. So.
And also meeting Rodney Bingenheimer, who discovered us, and he was the reason why we came to the U.S. And now, after all these years, he has finally left K-Rock and has decided to go into retirement. And so it was just a huge honor to have him discover us, and then to obviously have Lemmy sign us to his label. So for me, it was those two moments that we could actually experience, a part of history ourselves. Oh, it's changed so much in just a few years. When we started the band back in Greece, nobody cared about punk rock. It was like, it wasn't a type of, it wasn't a lifestyle like it is right now. It was more like, oh, it's a fad that comes and goes. It wasn't, punk rock is all about, for me, it's all about being different and bring something new to the table, and bring that attitude that is lost. And now in Greece, for example, there's so many bands that have come out of us coming to the U.S. and touring and so forth, and it's changed the whole scene because of us doing that. And when we first came to the Sunset Strip, for example, no punk bands were playing the Sunset Strip. Only older bands that had been around for decades would come and play and have their one-off shows. But in the beginning, when we were doing residencies at the Viper Room and On the Rocks and so forth, they were like, oh, we don't want to have punk rock on the Strip. We've blackballed it years ago, but you're the only ones that have that that realness that we can actually get behind, as opposed to all these the scene's just totally changed. There's so many more bands now. Punk rock is back in the forefront, and especially with everything that's going on politically in this world, people need realness, and they need that aggression that only punk rock can give you.
Like the work in the future?
My personal opinion, I would love to meet Dave Grohl. Dave Grohl, yeah, because he's been around since the very beginning. He started off in Scream, in punk rock, and you know, he's. I love the Foo Fighters. I love what they do. I mean, he was in Nirvana. I love Nirvana. Pat Smear is the guitarist of Foo Fighters, and he was in the Germs, and we're huge influence from the Germs. We love what that band did back in the day when no one was doing that type of music, and the Foo Fighters has just been around for so many years, and they've kept that edge, that you know, that thing about them that's keeping rock and roll in the mainstream, you know, and they've got that punk rock attitude. So for me, it'd be an honor to meet him, and it would be great to collaborate something too.
He's on Tinder. I heard he's on Tinder. We'll look him up.
You mean Grindr?
Grindr. We love you, Dave.
And maybe tell them how they can help you with the situation.
You know, like I said before, music, we're all music, and music can bring you back from any griefs, any problems that you ever have in your world. And we started this band because we needed to. It was our saving grace. And who knows what we would be doing right now, but it definitely wouldn't be as great as it is. And you as the fans have made that possible. We're in a bind right now on Warped Tour, so if you want to check out social media to see how you can help us, first off, check out the music and be inspired by that, and then if you want to help us out, we salute you wholeheartedly.
Thank you.
Thanks, Miss.